Today's tech news moves fast, but understanding it shouldn't be hard. That's why Snarful Solutions Group brings you Connecting the Dots, where we break down what's happening in tech and why it matters to you. Now, let's dive in with your hosts.
Welcome, everyone, to Connecting the Dots from Snarful Solutions Group. I'm Alex.
And I'm Morgan. Great to be here with you all.
It is Thursday, September 11th, 2025, and just a gorgeous day here in Sacramento. We're looking at sunshine, high of 82 degrees. Really nice.
Absolutely perfect. Though not quite so calm everywhere else. If you're listening in South Florida, just a heads up, continued heavy rain, maybe some localized flooding through Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And different story out west, eastern Montana into western North Dakota. Looking at potentially strong, even severe thunderstorms today. So hail, damaging winds, the whole package potentially. Keep an eye out.
Definitely stay safe out there. Quite the mix across the country. All right, before we dive into the tech headlines, let's do a quick market check. Dow Jones closed yesterday at 45,970.16. That's up 393 points, about 0.86%.
Pretty solid day.
Yeah, and the week's looking good too, up 1.19% since Monday. S&P 500 also gained, closed at 6,566.78. That's up, well, just over 12 points, 0.19% for the day and 1.06% for the week.
Okay, and Bitcoin
Closed at 113,998.1 DIRA. Barely moved on the day, up just 0.03%, but looking decent for the week, up 1.71% since Monday.
Right, so some steady gains there over the week. Interesting.
Definitely. Now, switching gears slightly, for my fellow Giants fans, tough result yesterday.
Oh, no, don't tell me.
Yeah, Giants lost to the Diamondbacks 3-5. Just Eduardo Rodriguez was tough for them, got the win. Bright spot, though, Casey Schmidt went 2 for 4.
Okay, well, something positive at least.
True. Got to find the silver linings, right? There's always the next game.
Always. That's the spirit.
Exactly. Okay, so that's our quick check-in. Today, we're really going to connect some interesting dots, how tech is impacting travel, maybe sports in a way you didn't expect, and even your own finances. We've got 3 big stories from our Morningstar report. Ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
All right, first up, get this. Apple's new live translation feature for AirPods. You know, the one everyone's talking about.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
Well, it's hitting a major roadblock in the European Union. Like, millions of people there might not actually get to use it.
Wow, okay. That's a big deal right off the bat. So Remind us, what exactly is this feature?
So it's for the newer AirPods Pro 3, Pro 2, AirPods 4, and it's meant to be hands-free, real-time translation when you're talking to someone face-to-face.
Right, so you just talk normally and it translates.
Pretty much. And if the other person doesn't have AirPods, your iPhone can show them a live transcript. If you both have compatible AirPods, the active noise cancellation apparently helps you focus just on the translation. Sounds pretty seamless.
It really does sound like something out of sci-fi. What's needed to make it work, tech-wise?
Okay, so you need the AirPods, obviously, with the latest firmware. But the key is an iPhone 15 Pro or newer, one that supports Apple Intelligence.
Apple's on-device AI stuff.
Exactly. And it needs iOS 26, which we're expecting around September 15th. A lot of the processing happens right on the phone, which is good for speed and, privacy.
Makes sense. What languages are we talking initially?
It starts with English, UK-US, French, German, Portuguese from Brazil, and Spanish. Then later, Italian, Japanese, Korean, and Chinese.
Okay, decent start. So, the EU restriction, what's the specific catch?
It's kind of specific, yeah. The feature is blocked if 2 things are true. 1, you are physically in an EU country. 2, your Apple account region is set to an EU country. Both have to apply.
So it's not just about being the EU. It's about being from the EU, essentially, based on your account.
Seems like it. Apple hasn't officially said why, but everyone's pointing towards the EU's AI Act and, of course, GDPR.
Right, the big data privacy regulation. Makes sense they'd want to look closely at something processing live conversations.
Yeah.
Consent, data handling, all that.
Yeah, regulators probably want a deep dive, and Apple likely wants to be absolutely sure they're compliant before flipping the switch there.
Which leads to some odd situations for users, I imagine.
Totally bizarre. Like, think about this. An American tourist in Spain can use it, fine. But a German citizen living and working in France can't. Or a German visiting the UK can use it there. But a Spanish person visiting Germany can't use it. It feels fragmented.
Yeah, that really highlights the whole digital borders issue. A feature meant to connect people globally hits these regional regulatory walls. And it really makes you wonder, is this the future? Tech that works differently depending on where you are.
It's a huge question for travelers. for international business. I mean, imagine being an EU resident who speaks, say, German, and you want this feature to talk to Spanish colleagues, but you just can't, even though the languages are supported.
It's definitely a clash between tech ambition and regulatory caution. And like some people are saying, this might even be Apple's sort of subtly pushing back. A warning shot, maybe? Like, see, overregulate and your citizens miss out.
But that's an interesting theory. Whatever the reason, it's a complex headache for Apple and potentially frustrating for a lot of users in the EU. Definitely something to watch.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's shift gears. From regulatory hurdles to a tech giant absolutely crushing it with AI, plus a really unexpected side story involving its famous founder. Story number 2, Oracle and Larry Ellison.
Yeah, Oracle, sometimes seen as maybe an older tech giant, but wow, have they ridden this AI wave? Larry Ellison and CEO Safra Catz have positioned them incredibly well. They're making serious money from this AI tsunami, as some call.
And Ellison himself, his personal wealth is just mind-boggling now, right?
Oh, completely. He's now the world's second richest person, worth about $301 billion.
$300 billion, wow. Just behind Elon Musk, who's at $372 billion.
Correct, though Musk's number has actually dropped by about $60 billion this year, interestingly.
Shows how volatile things can be at that level. And Musk, of course, is pushing Tesla hard as an AI and robotics company now, despite, some sales issues and the Cybertruck feedback. Plus SpaceX, XAI, he's everywhere.
He certainly is.
Yeah.
But back to Ellison, this is where the story gets kind of wild and honestly pretty relatable in a strange way. It's not about databases or cloud computing.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What is it?
College football recruiting.
Wait, what? Larry Ellison in college football.
Seriously. He, along with his wife Jocelyn, who is a huge Michigan alum, apparently very passionate.
Okay.
And get this, Tom Brady, Mr. 7 Super Bowls himself, and Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports.
Mm-hmm.
This group apparently helped underwrite the biggest recruiting flip in college football history.
No way! You're talking about Bryce Underwood, the number 1 high school player?
That's the one. Consensus number 1 recruit was committed to LSU. This Dream Team Alliance reportedly helped put together a $12 million NIL deal to bring him to Michigan instead.
$12 million for an 18-year-old football player before he's even taken a snap in college. That's insane.
It is absolutely staggering. Reports suggest Jocelyn Ellison was really the driving force, wanting Michigan back on top. But yeah, $12 million. It just shows the kind of influence this level of wealth can have now, reaching far beyond tech into, college sports.
I mean, this completely changes the game, doesn't it? We talk about NIL deals, but this is a whole other stratosphere. It's like tech titans playing real-life fantasy football, but with actual universities and enormous sums of money.
It really makes you think about the landscape of college athletics now. What does this mean for fairness, for the schools that don't have billionaire boosters lining up? And what about the pressure on a kid like Underwood? Exactly.
It's not just a sports story. It's about wealth, power, influence, and how it's reshaping institutions we thought we understood. A $12 million NIL deal funded partly by a tech mogul. Just wow.
It's a sign of the times, for sure.
Yeah.
The NIL era is still unfolding, and this is a major plot twist.
Definitely a story that connects tech power to a very different part of everyday life for many people. Okay, fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
All right, for our final story today, we're heading back towards the financial world, but with a definite tech spin. Big news in the digital asset space. Figure Technologies, the blockchain lender, just went public. They had their IPO on NASDAQ.
Yes, this is a pretty significant one, Alex. Figure raised $787.5 million. They sold 31.5 million shares at $25 a pop.
Okay.
That gives the company a valuation around $5.3 billion. And you can find them on NASDAQ now, ticker symbol FIGR.
FIGR.
Yeah.
Got it. And the founder is Mike Cagney, right? The guy who co-founded SoFi.
That's him. And apparently he's keeping majority voting power, which is also interesting.
Okay, so for listeners maybe still, wrapping their heads around blockchain, what does Figure actually do? Like, what's the real-world application here?
Good question. So Figure uses its own blockchain platform called Provenance for things like lending, trading, and investing. They're big in consumer credit, especially home equity loans, HELCs.
Okay. Home loans.
Exactly. They've actually originated over $16 billion in HELCs already. Makes them the biggest non-bank player in that specific space.
$16 billion. That's substantial.
Yeah, it really is. Cagney's whole idea, his vision, is using blockchain to make typically illiquid assets like loans more liquid. By putting them on-chain, recording them digitally on the blockchain, the goal is to make trading them, managing them, faster, cheaper, more transparent, less paperwork, fewer middlemen.
Okay, that makes sense. taking something complex like loan trading and trying to streamline it with tech, and financially, they're doing okay now.
Seems like it. They actually turned a profit in the first half of this year, $29 million. That's a big swing from the same time last year when they had a $13 million loss.
Yeah.
And revenues jumped up over 22% too, to $191 million.
Nice turnaround.
Yeah. And this IPO comes at a time when we're seeing other crypto-related companies hitting the public markets too, like Circle, Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be a more, let's say, crypto-friendly mood right now.
So connecting the dots for everyone listening, why does this Figure IPO matter? I mean, polls still show a lot of people find crypto confusing or don't really get it.
Right. And I think that's where Figure is interesting. Unlike maybe some purely speculative crypto coins or abstract projects, Figure offers something, well, tangible. They're using blockchain for real-world financial services.
Like crypto-backed loans. You mentioned home equity.
Exactly. And they're even using AI, like Google Gemini and OpenAI tech, to help underwrite loans faster, process applications more efficiently, all using blockchain for transparency in the background. It's about practical application.
So could this be a sign, maybe a step towards blockchain tech becoming more normal, more integrated into the regular banking and lending systems we all use?
That's the big question, isn't it? It's this focus on practical use cases, on making existing financial processes better, the key to bridging that gap between the crypto world and mainstream finance. It certainly feels like a move in that direction.
Maybe this kind of tangible benefit is what finally helps more people see the potential beyond just, Bitcoin's price swings.
Could be. It definitely signals the technology is maturing, moving beyond just hype and towards actual utility in industries like finance. It's a space to watch.
Absolutely. So quite a range today.
Yeah.
And that's our look at today's top tech stories on connecting the dots. We covered Apple's live translation feature hitting those EU regulatory hurdles.
Oracle's big AI success story and Larry Ellison's surprising detour into college football funding.
And finally, Figure Technologies bringing blockchain lending to the public markets with its NASDAQ IPO.
And each story, really connects back to how tech is changing things for you, how you might communicate internationally, the surprising influence of big tech money, and maybe even how you'll get a loan in the future.
We're here to help at Snurful, so reach out on our website if you have any more questions.
That's a wrap on today's top stories. Remember, tech doesn't have to be complicated, and we're here to help connect the dots. If you've got questions or want to learn more, visit us at snarful.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.